Hello everyone, I'm Dr. N. Chitra, Assistant Professor, Department of Social Work, Srimad Andavan Arts and Science College. And in today's video lecture, we are going to learn about what is marriage. So, marriage is an institution which admits men and women to form a family life, to start a family life. It is a stable relationship in which a man and a woman are socially permitted to have children, implying the right to sexual relations. Marriage is a ritual enjoined the husband to regard his wife as a God given gift. So, marriage states that only when a man and a woman enters into a marriage, they are permitted to have a sexual relationship and to start a family for the procreation of children, and together they have to start rearing the children. According to Horton and Hunt, marriage is the approved social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. Malinowski says that marriage as a contract for the production and maintenance of children. So, family is mainly for the production and maintenance of children through a contract called a marriage. So, marriage again, it is a approved social pattern where women and a man, in the name of husband and wife, can establish a family for sexual relation, for having a sexual relation, and for the procreation of a children. Forms of marriage. So one family, one wife, many husbands is polyandry. So that polyandry can be fraternal polyandry and non-fraternal polyandry. In case of one husband, many wife, it is polygyny. Then it is a sororal polygyny and non-sororal polygyny, or the forms of marriage. So one husband and one wife is also the third one. It's called a monogamy. Then it is another is an compassionate marriage, and another is an experimental marriage. So there are five types of family marriage, like monogamy, polygyny, and polyandry, as we have seen in the previous slides. So polyandry, where one wife marries many husbands. Polygyny, one husband marrying many wives, and it has its own classifications. And monogamy, then compassionate marriage, experimental marriage, or the five types of forms of marriage. So polyandry, it is a form of marriage whereas one woman marries more than one man at a given time. This form of marriage is further divided into two, as fraternal polyandry or non-fraternal polyandry. What is fraternal polyandry? So it is a form of marriage between one man marries more than one man at a given time, those who are related as brothers by birth. The children are treated as the offspring of the eldest brother. So getting married, a woman marrying the brothers of his husband, it's a fraternal polyandry. Non-fraternal polyandry, it is a form of marriage whereas one woman marries more than one man at a given time, those who are not related as brothers by birth. So it is non-fraternal. So polyandry is a form of marriage where one woman marry more than one man at a time, and if it is a fraternal polyandry, the women marrying more than one men who are related by birth. Non-fraternal, women marrying more than one man at a given time, and those men are not related to each other by birth. Polygyny, it is a form of marriage in which one man marries more than one woman at a given time. This form of marriage is again divided into two types, like sororal and non-sororal. So sororal is a form of marriage wherein one man marries more than one woman at a given time. Those are related as sisters by birth. So the sororal polygyny is a man marrying the sisters of his wife, is a like a, that is a sororal polyandry. Non-sororal polyandry is a form of a marriage wherein one man marries more than one woman at a given time. Those are not related as sisters by birth. So it is a non-sororal polyandry. Monogamy is a form of marriage wherein one man marries one woman at a time. This is the leading form of marriage. It is commonly seen. It is an advantageous or now well recognized. The monogamy pattern of marriage is well recognized due to its advantages. It produces the highest types of affection and sincere devotion among the couple, between the husband and wife. Affection between parents and children, and between children themselves is more wholesome under this monogamy. So monogamy is much encouraged due to various reasons, and one of the reason is to avoid AIDS. So affection between the parents, between the children and parent, and between the children is highly recommended due to the mental health status of this generation. Compassionate marriage, the marriage of two persons on the understanding that as long as there is no children, the marriage may be dissolved simply by mutual consent. So it is a compassionate marriage. Since boy and girl having a relationship, they feel like getting married each other, they get married, and when their terms are fine, then they will continue the marriage life. If the terms are not good, then they will separate in their ways. So that is a compassionate marriage. Sometimes these couple, when they have a children, they will face lots of problem, and they couldn't hold on with that, so they will separate. They will part their ways. So compassionate marriage. Then experimental marriage is, in this form of marriage, a man and a woman may be allowed to lead marital life temporarily in order to find out if they can settle down permanently in matrimonial relations. So the other form of the other name for experimental marriage in this year, among this generation, is living together. So in this form of marriage, the men and the women will try to find what is whether there is any baseline that will stick them together till their end of their life. So they will experiment their feelings, their views towards each other. Then if they find that they have well matched personality, they may enter into permanent marriage relations, otherwise depart from each other. So this is an experimental marriage. The functions of marriage includes regulation of sex life and sex relations of the individual, establishes a family formation where the procreation and rearing of children. Marriage insists the couple to establish family through procreation, and marriage provides economic cooperation among the family members. Marriage develops intense love and affection towards each other. It helps intellectual cooperation among them, minimizes the social distance between the groups or the functions of a marriage. The problems due to marriage in India: present lower status of women is considered as the main problem due to marriage. The Indian family system says that Indian women do not enjoy equal rights with men in the social, political, religious, and economic fields. So, you would have heard about the Malayalam movie Great Indian Wedding, the Great Indian Kitchen. So, in that you can find this point very valuable. The Indian family systems where the women are not given, though she will be prized for all her decisions, she will be prized for all the work she is doing for the family members, she will not be given equal rights in par with the men in terms of social gathering, in terms of political decisions, in terms of religious matters, and in terms of especially in economic aspects. That they are ill treated and they cannot claim any share in the family property, which is not much true nowadays, but it is mostly seen in most parts of the India. So where the women are ill treated, though they are have the equal rights to property, their family property, they are denied, saying that they have spent too much of money for their marriage and for the other ritual rights being carried out for the women. So the problem due to marriage for the women is they're ill treated and the women cannot claim any share in the family property once she get married to the other family. Before marriage, a woman depends on her father. After marriage, she has to depend on her husband. And during her old age, if she has a son or a daughter, she has to depend on their children. The woman never has an independent living according to her own dislikes. Starting from her birth till her end of her life, she has to be dependent on one or other member of the family for all her needs. The next problem in row with marriage, especially in India, is the dowry. So it is considered regarding marriage problems in India is the commercial aspects of the marriage. So dowry is considered as the commercial aspect of the marriage. The father of girls commits a suicide. It is when the pressure is more on the family, then they are prone to commit such a suicides, either from the bride side or the bride herself. So because he has been able to manage for the dowry demanded by the parents of the boy, sometimes the girl herself commits suicide on the account of dowry. The parents often commit theft, forgery, or misappropriation to arrange for dowry. Sometimes they will mix, they will like what they have to lie a lot to their in-laws regarding the gold sovereigns her child is wearing for the marriage. So learners, I think I have given a small insight to you all on the concept marriage. So with this small note regarding the marriage, I think you would have gained some knowledge to answer the basic questions related to the marriage. And I wish you all good luck, and we shall meet in the next video. Thank you all.